Got a game from Calamity and Pigman 202. It's a green battle, Lizardmen versus Wood Elves. And Calamity's trying out his all Cold Ones build again. Dreadsaurian plus 4 Cold One Riders, 4 Feral Cold Ones. And we saw the builds in the build screen, but 4 Feral Cold Ones, 4 Cold One Riders, a bunch of Skink Skirmishers, Skink Cohorts, a Feral Dreadsaurian, and a Salon Mage Priest to play with Regrowth and Earthblood. On the other side, for the Wood Elves, we have Wild Riders, including the Wild Hunters of Kurnos, a whole bunch of those guys, then Dryads, Durthu, and an Ancient Tree Man, with the Firebark Elders in support as well. Cav fight was already in there, as the little Reindeer Cav try and fight against the Cold One Riders. Velociraptors versus Reindeer is not usually a fight I would say is even, and it's not looking like it's going particularly well for the Reindeer. Elsewhere, I mean, these Wild Riders got a good charge, and the Wild Hunters of Kurnos should body the Cold One Riders. Yeah, there they go with their supreme armor piercing. It's the left flank going a lot better for the Wood Elves than the right. Meanwhile, the Feral Dreadsaurians deciding to path away from Durthu and the Tree Man. The Devil Tree is a little scarier than he wants to interact with, it seems. The Firebark Elders with their fire damage will also reduce any healing he gets, so the big lizard doesn't want to deal with that just yet as he runs over to help out. Over here, both Wild Riders get pushed away. And that is a good win for the Lizardmen. On this side, Feral Cold Ones and Cold One Riders were teaming up to almost finish off these Wild Riders. With the Wild Hunters of Kurnos coming over soon after winning their fight, they should be just fine. Though these Skink Skirmishers poking in do have to be really annoying for the lightly armored Wood Elves, relying on physical resistance and silver shields, but if the shields aren't facing the right way, that's a lot of your resistance gone. Dreadsaurian getting an overcasted Earthblood, along with some of the Cold One Riders that are now falling back away from Durthu and the Tree Man. Don't really want too much to do with them right now, and I can understand that. There's still some Dart Skinks are poking in. Dryads are beating up Skinks on the front line in general, but Lizardmen are winning on the flanks. We do have some Wild Riders able to hunt down Skinks for now, but they're intercepted by Feral Cold Ones, and of course just the sheer amount of Skinks shooting darts at them will also do a lot of healing. The blob of the Tree Man, Durthu, and the Firebark Elders is still wandering around looking for a fight, but the Lizardmen are largely just ignoring that blob wherever it goes, outrunning it, and using the Dreadsaurian to take out Dryads in the meantime, or affect some of the Cav battles. The new collision attacks the Dreadsaurian got on the latest patch, doing a lot of work versus these Dryads. As he walks through them, does a bunch of damage. Now the Wild Hunters of Kurnos are forced to run away. Can take darts in the back as they go. The Dreadsaurian will run them off before charging into the rear of some Dryads, going to terror out them sooner rather than later. Oh wait, are they just naturally ITP? Yeah, they're not Frenzy or anything, they're just ITP. So they won't terror out, they'll be fine. Earthblood out just for the Cold One Riders, trying to help them out a little bit, but the Wild Hunters of Kurnos will finish hunting them down regardless. All 5 Skirmish Skinks have combined forces in the backfield here, firing away at Dryads who are attempting to chase them. And Salon's just meandering. But Durthu and the Tree Man being powerful but incredibly slow is proving to be a problem for the Wood Elves, as they're just not getting any impact on the battlefield. Durthu's gotten 1,200 from his Flock of Dooms and stuff. Tree Man himself has only gotten 160. The Dreadsaurian's just doing a bit of hunting. More Dryads getting picked off here and there, quickly leaving just Durthu and the Tree Man. Wild Hunters of Kurnos damaged but alive. Durthu, however, does not have any healing to offer them. It's not like they can get a regrowth and just get healed right back up. Lizardmen in the Ascension, and the Feral Dreadsaurian could be a key in the late game, dealing with Durthu and the Tree Man. It's not like the Lizardmen have a ton of other anti-large armor piercing options really here. Yeah, I guess their Cold One Riders are pretty much a spent force. They have some Dart Skinks here and there, but they aren't that armor piercing. So yeah, it is largely up to the Feral Dreadsaurian to carry the rest of this game. Alright, in a 2v1 for now. Durthu's slapping back at him, as is the Tree Man. Man, the Dreadsaurian's big, though. Look at him, just getting hit in the face. The stun lock is rather annoying for him, and he does just get new attack orders to go somewhere else. Realizing that he's just getting constantly staggered and taking a lot of damage, he's trying to path his way out of here, taking a bunch of shots in the rear by Durthu. as he figures himself out, but he eventually gets going. Meanwhile, Feral Cold Ones are going to get bodied by the Wild Riders, who have seen better days, down to 500 health, but they do manage to rout off the Cold One Riders before retreating away from the Slann. They'll be okay. Regrowth to give the Feral Dreadsaurian back to fresh vigor and full HP. As the Lizardmen reform ranks, I'm going to fast forward briefly. Oops, not slow motion. Dart Skinks poking away at the Firebark Elders, doing what damage they can for now. It's free value, so why not? They are running a little low on ammo, focusing down the Firebark Elders for now. Really want to get Durthu and the Tree Man all alone, so then they're the ones surrounded by Skinks and Cold One Riders and stuff. The Firebark Elders are good little bodyguards for those tree guys, so want to take them out. They did somehow get separated from the double tree, so that's just a bit of a whoopsie on Pigman's end. It looks like they might rout as the Dreadsaurian's coming in for some big chomping. His high weapon strength and armor piercing, easily able to get through the Firebark Elders. It's just, can he get through their leadership quickly enough? Like the Dryads, their ITP, they cannot terror rout, but it looks like they will naturally rout, which is a huge win for the Lizardmen. No more support for the Tree Man and Durthu. Dreadsaurian should have a bit of an easier time dealing with this. Just need someone to chase down the Firebark Elders. There's no Feral Cold Ones or Cold Ones up to the task at the moment, as the darts remain on Durthu. Quick Block of Doom to damage some of the Skinks. Firebark Elder's going to get away. Meanwhile, the Dreadsaurian will take the fight to the tree duo. Getting slashed in the face as he does so. Going to keep my eye on the Tree Man's HP. Dreadsaurian does seem to be staggering him and missing quite a lot. Slann chucks down a Regrowth on his way out. Looks like he was going to chase down the Firebark Elders. Now he's leaving it to some Skinks instead. Tree Man's still faring rather well versus the Dreadsaurian, whose heal cap has got to be close. I saw him get some Earthbloods, now 2 Regrowths. He's got to be healing capping soon, but Tree Man still taking a little bit of damage here and there. Skinks are poisoning him this entire time. Other Skinks have offered their support to get between Durthu and the Dreadsaurian. The Slann even joining the fight on the rear, just to provide more single entities, maybe distract Durthu from hitting just the Dreadsaurian. There he is. He can't really get that much more healing. He has maybe 800 HP left he could get healed. He's chomping at the Tree Men for right now. Knocks him over. I didn't even know these guys could get knocked over. Climbs back to his feet. Dreadsaurian should be able to get a good attack on him. There we go. Big old chunk of damage. Tree Men's getting knocked down. Durthu's still doing what damage he can. He's doing decent work to the Feral Dreadsaurian, but, I mean, 12,000 HP is a lot left to go through, and Durthu only has 6, and he's about to lose his Tree Man companion. Feral Dreadsaurian, what are you at for value? Only 1,800. I honestly feel like you've done a lot more than that, but okay. I suppose if it kills all of Durthu after it's done with this Tree Man, that'll get it a lot of value. It's just tired of getting staggered every so often, man. It'll be so happy to fight just Durthu. Quick Rampage out. I wonder if he even bothers with Cold-Blooded to stop its Rampage, or if he's like, yeah, it's attacking, but I wanted to. That's the point. Oop, it's getting distracted. Might want to Cold-Blooded it just so it focuses up. Don't have it go attack Durthu after spending all this effort on the Tree Man. Do need to actually finish him off. I just punched that Dreadsaurian in the face. And it got distracted. It's going for Durthu now. Man, with only 55 melee attack, it's actually missing the trees quite a lot. There we go. Finally, the Tree Man is routing. 200 HP and falling as the Skinks shoot it in the back. Now the Skinks are focusing on Durthu. The Dreadsaurian immediately turns that way. He's not even going to bother finishing off the Tree Man for now, as some Skink skirmishers with no ammo are going to chase it off instead, poking at its ankles as it runs away. It's not really much of a threat. Durthu shouldn't be a problem either, as the bounce power is getting really low. Dreadsaurian now at 2,200 value. Beating up on Durthu, what's he got? 4,200, oh my god. Durthu's been going ham. Well, not for long, as Dreadsaurian keeps chomping away at him. There's army losses as the tree hits the dirt again. Turns out, Dreadsaurians, besides just the Shredder of Lustria, still pretty useful. Calamity had a different game versus the Empire where it did pretty well. I was going to upload that to the channel, but I recorded it too late, and the patch drastically changed how it went, so whoops. Durthu trying to solo carry. The Tree Man and the Firebark Elders, a little bit of a disappointment. I feel like they usually are. I don't know. I haven't seen the Firebark Elders or any kind of Treekin outside of Durthu do that well, personally. Wild Riders still kind of sucked and died besides the Wild Hunters of Kurnoss, so just classic Wood Elf things. GG.
Subscribe, yes, yes.